Friends, on behalf of My Retired Life Foundation, we welcome you to today's program. And today's program is going to be on a very interesting as well as important topic, and that is the pollution and the health. और इस प्रोग्राम को फैसिलिटेट करने के हमारे साथ में हमारे प्रिय आदरणीय मित्र आनंद सक्सेना जी। तो आनंद सक्सेना जी, आपको आमंत्रित करते हैं और आह्वान करते हैं कि प्रोग्राम का संचालन करें। आइए सर, प्लीज।
Thank you, sir. I am audible.
Yes, yes, you're audible, sir.
Good evening to all. It's a very important topic, as sir says. Definitely, it is very important, especially in this modern time. It's a very vast subject, pollution. It's not only India's problem, it is a global problem now. But we actually, pollution, it is caused by two sources. One is natural and one is created by human being. Natural means when there is volcano eruption or there is natural calamity or there is some fire in the building or in the house. These are all things we cannot control. And second, by human activities. We run car, we make noise, we dump so many things in the soil, we pollute water, like that. Now, pollution can be controlled to a minimum, but it cannot be stopped. If there's a pollution in Delhi due to burning of parali, we cannot stop paddy cultivation. If it is pollution due to coal, we cannot stop using electricity. If it is pollution due to crude oil or petrol, we cannot stop using our cars or vehicles. So, and for that, to limit all these things, the government has made two boards, Central Pollution Control Board by the center and the State Pollution Control Board. Now there are a lot of pollution sources: air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, soil pollution, thermal pollution, e-waste pollution, that is also very important, plastic pollution, like that. So such pollutions affect our health, that everybody knows. And what is pollution? It is a presence of toxic materials present in the air or atmosphere or in water or on soil. It may be in the form of solid, liquid or gas. So first I talked about air pollution, that is very important. And there are many factors for air pollution. Actually, most of the pollutions are due to burning of fossil fuels, burning of coal, gas, natural gas, petrol, like that, or burning of trash, like that. So burning is one of the most important source of pollution. As I told you, we can control, we can definitely, we can try to reduce it. State government, central government, they are taking a lot of steps to curb it. Industries also, the pollution due to industry also, most of the industries, they have got R&D section so that pollution due to industrial fumes and all can be controlled. Every union, even government organization, IERA, they are also doing some work, research work. Parali, they found one way to make it into a compost. So they need not burn parali. Plastic, they are going to convert into the fabric. That is a very long process, I will tell you afterwards. And plastic also, they will start using for making roads that will be more strong and durable. Like that we are doing. Now, health hazards. Health hazard, as you know, when burning of fossil fuel reacts with sunlight, smog is formed. And the smog is very, very detrimental to our health. It may irritate our eyes, throat, sneezing, coughing, headache, dizziness, nausea. These are all the bad effects of the pollution, air pollution. Now, long-term exposure, if we are exposed to for a longer period, then we may have somebody may have some lung cancer, nervous breakdown, liver, kidney may be affected, and most importantly, respiratory system. So I'll talk some of the pollutants. Some are indoor pollution and outdoor pollution. Indoor pollution, I'll talk how it affects our health and what precautions we should take. Home, we'll start from kitchen. Kitchen, lot of pollution is created in kitchen. The first thing we should use exhaust fan or exhaust chimney, because oil, what we have on the Indian food, they are very frying this thing, that thing. So what happened? The oil again, if I using it, it gets polymerized, and you would have seen in the vessels, it gets deposited on the sides of a vessel. So extra one oil we should not use again and again. We should use that much of oil which is needed. Why we are not having the acidity when we eat samosa and vada at our home, but outside we get acidity? Why? Because outside they are going again and again the same oil they are burning, and they are adding fresh oil. So that deposition, that affects our health, and we get acidity. Now, bathroom also, we clean with Harpic and so many other materials. The most important thing, whenever we clean our bathroom or our maid servant cleans bathroom, we should use exhaust first. We should open all the doors or windows, because they create lot of fumes which is very, very much harmful to our lungs, to our health. Painting, we get painting in our houses, but you know, sometimes the painting, it got some chemicals. Solvents, volatile organic solvents, which may affect our health. If we inhale it, it will affect our lungs. Furniture, wooden furniture, sometimes they used to give PU spray, polyurethane spray. The furniture shines, but what about our lungs? That fumes is very, very much harmful to our lungs. So PU foam spray we should avoid at all. If at all it is to be done, the furniture should be kept inside in the open place, and they should do it like that. Now, spray insecticide also. They say now herbicides are coming, which are not chemicals. But even then, I don't know whether they may not give smell, but they may contain some chemicals which don't have any smell. So while insecticide spray, we should be out of our house at least for half an hour.
स्वतःला कॉलेजमधून पैसे मिळणार जर कॉलेजमध्ये गेली तर रायतला किती मग रायतला
Hello. We should close our house and put out all the fans and everything. We should be out at least for half an hour. Now, trash, carpet, small mites, they may get deposited on carpet, and that also that may affect our skin and all like that. Now, and the most important way to avoid indoor pollution is we should have some plants in our home. They are decorative plants, and they may absorb absorption which is created in our home. In NASA has recommended 5 types of plants for especially for India, which we should have in our home, inside home. Outside trees are there. Definitely, we should plant more trees to avoid pollution, outside pollution. But inside pollution also, we should have 5 types of plants. The whole of India is dealing under smog and pollutants that are floating in air. So we all are worried about the health and health of our near dear ones. we often ask to plant trees to curb pollution, but a few of us don't know that not only trees, but house plants are also a great way to counter pollution. NASA has recommended a list of 5 plants which we should keep even in our house, and that is very good. Now, most of the plants you know also, you and most of you, you are having at your home also. The first plant is money plant. They say money plant, it will bring money to your home, maybe, but money plant is a very decorative, cute creeper, and it is must have plants in our home. It is very effective in air purifier. Now, how does it help? It helps in reducing significantly the most common house air pollutants, including benzene, formaldehyde, xylene, toluene. It can survive in most extreme conditions. Now, we may ask, wow, we are not having benzene, we are not having toluene in our house. They are volatile organic solvents. The cooker, you are using cooker. They have some plastic handles. Plastic handles, it's a bad conductor of heat, but the handle of the cooker, which goes inside the bakelite handle, that gets warm, and it gets warm. So it is nothing but urea formaldehyde or phenol formaldehyde. This formaldehyde gases releases slowly in our home. So if we have some money plant in our house, it will be absorbed by the money plant. Second is aloe vera. Aloe vera is very famous these days. Lot of cosmetics also they are using aloe vera. Lot of ladies, they like the cosmetics which contain aloe vera. So aloe vera should be there. It is a very good air purifier, and it is also used to absorb absorb pollutants of our home, and it is used for skin treatment, to pack, even for cooking also, and it is greatly effective in cleaning benzene, formaldehyde, and all. Benzene, how it comes to our home? When you put your woolen cloth for dry cleaning, they dry clean it with benzene. So when you bring it, if you smell it, it will smell like any solvent smell. Maybe some kerosene, maybe some benzene. So benzene, petrochemicals. So these benzene also, it is very harmful. If you keep aloe vera in your house, the vapors of benzene will be absorbed by aloe vera. Then third way, sansevieria. We say it is snake plant. It's a beautiful home decor plant, and it has been suggested it has beautiful snake-like shaded green leaves. I also have this plant in my house. It has proven to get rid of pollutants like benzene, formaldehyde, and other volatile organic solvents, and it does not require most of the home plants. They don't require much sunlight or much of water. Even if you water it for once in 2 or 3 days, it is sufficient. Sunlight also, minimum sunlight is required. When there is more sunlight, the base of the plant will start getting yellow. If there is a more water, the base of the plant will start getting yellow. If it is more of sunlight, then tips of the leaves will start getting yellow. Now, fourth one is peace lily. In nursery, we can have it. A flowering house plant, peace lily plant is known to bring good luck and health other than purifying properties. It's a very good plant because I don't have any power plant and all. So it's a green leaves with yellow color, beautiful flowers. If you keep it in a house, it will be just like a decorative piece also. And it also absorbs formaldehyde, volatile organic solvent, ammonia, and all. And last one is Boston ferns. It is sort of fun. It is from fern family. It has some decorative plant, and out of all house plant, Boston fern are effective in removing formaldehyde, volatile organic solvents, toluene, xylene, airborne germs, and as well as molds and bacteria which we have in our house. So this is about air and all. Now I'll come to first noise pollution. Pollution caused by noise. It is measured in decibels, and for human body, for us, 68 decibel is a normal. If it is more than that, then it is harmful, and it may affect our hearing power. Sometimes hearing power may go completely, or so, and it may you may feel some fatigue. Blood pressure may high. You may have some depression. You may have some headache or blood pressure or blood circulation because of the high amount of noise in the air or in our house also. In crackers, firecrackers, the decibel is 140 dB, which is quite high. Then comes music celebration. We used to play music in a very high tone. That also we should avoid. Then transport, truck, noise pollution is there. And chit-chatting with friends, it is within normal. And once we use our audio from mobile or laptop or radio or anything, though the noise should be kept at normal minimum, because you have seen once you put this headphone and you or Bluetooth on your mobile, there comes a warning. The high noise may affect your ears. So if you say okay, then you increase it, your voice will go on. So optimum volume we should keep it whenever it is used. So now house also sometimes you have some renovation at your house, fixing ties in your house. What will happen? The mystery will come and start cutting the ties. It creates a lot of noise and lot of dust pollution also. So whenever it does this work, at least you should be out or you should be in some other room where the dust may not go, where the noise would be minimal. So more noise is also very harmful for us. Now, water pollution. Water pollution, everybody knows, because of water pollution we have waterborne diseases, and how this water gets polluted, how the toxins come in water. Because spills or leakage of oil or chemicals from the industries, effluent going into surface, water drains, dumping industrial waste or dumping e-waste somewhere where the water is there, then water gets contaminated. And when we ingest this type of water, it will affect our health. And if we ingest it, then it may affect our lungs, our kidneys, our stomach and all. And what are the health hazard of this? That stress we are having, inflammatory reaction, metabolic disorders, diarrhea, cholera, dysentery, typhoid. A person who ingests chemical toxins in their water can be at risk of cancers, hormonal disturbance, altered brain functions, and it may damage to immune and reproductive system also, cardiovascular, kidney problem, like that. Even in swimming in the polluted water, that may also, it may trigger our health. That is, we may have some rashes, we may have some pink eyes, and some respiratory problem or some infection, hepatitis also we may have. That's why when you go for swimming, it's always written over there, you should take fresh water bath before going into the swimming pool. After coming from swimming pool also, again you should take fresh water bath. So that is for our sake only. So this instruction we should always follow. Then there comes soil pollution. Soil pollution is the presence of toxic chemicals which is contaminated in soil. How does it come? It is caused by dumping illegal waste, polluted water absorbed by the soil, use of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, dumping of mineral oils, radioactive substances, and last but not the least, e-waste. E-waste is a very big problem, global problem. every day, every month, we are having new type of electronic gadgets, new iPad, new laptops, new mobiles and all. And once it is discarded, it is difficult to dispose of. If we simply just throw it in the soil, the lead and everything, that will affect the fertility of the soil. If we throw it in the water, then water will be polluted. If we throw in the sea, aquatic animals will be affected. So like that, because it contains a lot of lead, cadmium and all. And at particular temperature, lead has got a very low melting point. At a particular temperature high, the lead vapors may go into the atmosphere and may affect the ozone layer, which is very important. Because the culprit of polluting our atmosphere are the gases like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, monoxide, nitric oxide, nitrogen oxides, all these things, chlorine, bromine, etc. Because when these gases go into the stratosphere, they react with the ozone in the presence of sunlight. And once the ozone layer gets weaker, the UV light coming from sunlight, it comes to the earth and it may affect our health. It may affect our earth planet also. So always we should try not to pollute water or soil or noise and all. Now, very important thing is there, you all would have seen maximum fossil fuels. What is fossil fuels? Fossil fuels, it's a millions years back, some plants or animals got buried into the crust of the earth and they become carbonaceous, and after a million of years now, when we dug the crust of the crust, we get crude oil. So crude oil is the production of decayed bodies of plants and animals which were buried long back, maybe due to some calamity or due to maybe some other reasons. And this crude oil contains petrol, diesel, which creates carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, sulfur dioxide. Coal. It's a global problem how to get rid of coal pollution, because if coal is not there, we will not get electricity, and that is next to impossible. We cannot remain without electricity. The whole world will come to stand still when there is no electricity. So there was a global meeting in Glasgow, COP, Conference of All Parties, 26. 100 countries were the members. Now US also has joined on the initiation of India and France to join this COP, International Space Organization, like that. So what should be done? So they found the solar energy we should use instead of using coal energy. In India also they started using some solar panels. One of my friends in Navi Mumbai itself, his whole society, they've got solar panels at their top. So they require less of electricity, and it is quite cheaper also, almost 1/5 of their electricity bill they are getting. Solar panels, they say, if it is fixed on the top of in your house, then electricity consumption will be very, very less. And 1 hour solar energy absorbed by the solar panels is sufficient for the whole day. And if the high quality of solar panels they are using internationally, they say for 1 hour solar energy will be sufficient for 1 month. So car also, they are going to use this solar energy. How to use it? they will get electricity from solar energy, and with this electricity they will start using their cars and vehicles. In Bombay also you would have seen now in buses totally the diesel is prohibited, stopped. They are not using diesel, they are using all CNG. And above CNG also I have seen in New Bombay some buses are running on electricity. So slowly our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he has assured that within 10 to 15 years, completely we will be free of coal pollution. We will not be using coal pollution, though it is slightly difficult, but let us see anyway. So in globally also, they have assured that they will start using solar energy. They will start taking out the measures how to substitute coal energy with solar energy. US is the 101st country. Recently they have joined. Now is a very good thing. Apart from that, there's a pollution of plastic. Plastic also we cannot stop. If you go to DMart or any mall, it's full of plastics. All packings are of plastic. All your grains and everything will be in plastic. How long you will be avoiding? But we can reduce using it. How? Suppose in plastic bottles, we should stop using it for taking water and all. You would have noticed, you bring new bottles with bright colors from DMart, keep it in the fridge. Water is also very good, there is no problem. But after 1 or 2 months, you see the brightness and the color of the bottle diminishes. That means some solvent, some color, organic or inorganic, we are taking along with the water. Though it is very in ppm, but in the longer run it may affect our health. Especially in car also they say, once it is in the hot sun, we should not use water kept in the bottle, because that may some chemicals, because bottles are not made of only on polyphenol, polypropylene or polyester, plaster. Some plastics they are being used, some fillers are being used, some colors are also being used, and nobody knows how it will affect our health. Colors, dyes, they are carcinogenic, and you'll be surprised to know that most of the Western countries, developed countries, they don't manufacture dyes at all. They import from India. India, we have got a lot of export of dyes to other countries. So they take all the precautions and everything. What I want to say, they are all carcinogenic, but we have to take care of them. That is there. Then ozone depletion, actually, ozone layer also we have to protect. Now, the plastics, use of plastic, I have read in some newspaper. In US, they started using these plastic bottles to make fabrics. How? Because whatever empty bottles are there, there's a lot of use of plastic bottles for taking mineral water and all. So when you give it to the mall, they used to give some concession and all. And what they do, these all bottles they collect it, they put it in the crusher, small pieces is crushed, then they melt it at a particular temperature, then it passes to spinnerates. From spinnerates, they make some sort of fibers or yarns, and from that yarns they make fabric, polyester fabric. So normally polyester terephthalate bottles, they are being used for making yarns and all. So it may reduce our pollution also. But here it is very difficult, because plastic we are bound to use, we cannot escape. The only thing what I want to say, we can control pollution outside, we can reduce pollution from outside. We can escape from the exposure of the pollution from outside or inside. Sometimes it's a very good thing I've seen in South. They used to keep their footwears outside their house. That's very good thing. Because with these slippers or shoes, some small bacteria or virus that may enter into your house. So that also we should, anyway, this Corona has taught us so many things. Almost everybody started using different clothes, separate clothes, our slippers keeping outside, and we could escape from the exposure of the pollution because we are not giving out. Trucks were not running, buses were not running, so at least atmosphere was slightly better. But anyway, don't wish the Corona should continue. We are ready to face the pollution to a minimum. We can try to get us exposed to Corona minimum, but we don't want that Corona or Corona-like any disease should enter into India again. So that was my little thing, and it's a very good thing. And now instead of question answers, because you all are very well literate and all, so you can give your some suggestion, opinion also along with me. If you want, you can give, no problem. We all are ready to accept.
Myself, R.K. Modi speaking.
बोलिए सर.
आपने कहा कि जो ह्यूमन हियरिंग का डेसिबल लिमिट है 68 है.
जी.
But it is for continuous hearing. As I was working in compressor house where the sound was more than 68 decibels, it is said that for some hours, I don't know the exact case, for some hours, some decibel sound more than 68 and we heard. Otherwise, nobody can work in such industrial environment. This is why what I want to supplement.
Right. अभी नॉइज पोल्यूशन का आपने बोला है, तो नॉइज पोल्यूशन का मैं बता दूं इन डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर. फायर क्रैकर्स, लाउड स्पीकर, they gave maximum noise pollution 120 decibel. Then comes to our this thing crackers and all. Just a minute. Just a minute, please. So anyway, this decibel, this noise pollution, it starts coming down with this thing. Suppose we are on the road, we get lot of noise from trucks and this thing. Maximum is from crackers, from loudspeakers. Then slowly it comes down. Library, it is too less. In our home also, it is too less, 32 decibel and all. In our kitchen also, it is slightly less because exhaust fan all are running. And in bedroom, it is almost nil because the wife gets exhausted by speaking whole day, and the man also get tired listening her. So there is complete silence, no pollution at all in the bedroom, like that. So that is just for making it interesting, I told you.
आनंद जी, can I
Yes,
ask
sir. Yes, sir.
आनंद जी, वीना
हाँ,
बोल रही
बोलिए
हूँ।
मैडम.
हाँ, ये आपने जो वो डिसइंफेक्टेंट्स का बताए थे ना, like Harpic and all that. In that context, what is your take on that Good Night and other that mosquito repellent? Some people say they are also not good.
Madam, that are also very harmful.
Hmm.
But now everybody is using, and these are mosquito repellent. Mosquito does not go out because otherwise you have to use Finite. That is also very harmful. So maximum they say we can use neem oil mixed with camphor, but I have used it. It was not of that much effect because still the mosquitoes are coming. So such type of maximum we can do. We can close the room for 1 hour, keeping the good night on, and afterwards we put off the good night and we can sleep. We can open the doors and all. So once the mosquitoes goes out, so at least for 5-6 hours they will not come in. That much we can do, but definitely it is harmful. You are right.
Thank you.
सर बच्चों का डाइपर्स एंड ऑल्सो पोल्यूशन क्रिएट करते हैं ना, सैनिटरी पैड्स, बच्चों का
बच्चों का?
डाइपर्स एंड
हाँ,
डाइपर्स एंड सैनिटरी पैड्स, these are also pollution creating है ना.
pollution, but we cannot escape from it. Maximum we can do it. We can put it in a dustbin, covered dustbin. We should put it in some polythene bag and all, and we should close it and cover the dustbin. Now, whenever that cleaning persons come, we can give it to him. Of course, we should not anything exposed. Definitely, it will create pollution. So all these things should be kept in a covered dustbin. That we should make it a point.
Anandji, one more
You are
thing. I
having
saw
all
the-
plants at your home? Are you having many plants at your home?
I got many plants, but I got aloe vera, money plant, snake plant, and 2 other plants which I told I find out from the nursery. That's very beautiful plants. So I want to just have those plants in my house. But aloe vera, money plants are very good. The snake plant are also very good. It requires almost no water. Once in 3-4 days you put water. Minimum sunlight is required. So that is very good. And aloe vera also, aloe vera plant I got. So whenever I go out and my shoes are dirty, I just break it and that gel, I put it on my shoes. It starts shining like anything. You can also use it like that. So it's a double purpose.
Nice.
Yes.
Anandji, one small thing.
हाँ बोलिए बोलिए.
Composting से भी gas create करके, I have worked with one NGO where they created. That gas is also good energy, no? I mean, nothing
कंपोस्ट
wrong
तो
with
मैडम
it.
होता है. Yeah, right. कंपोस्ट में एक चीज अच्छी हो गई है. अभी जो हमारे यहाँ आपको सबको पता है, वेट गार्बेज और ड्राई गार्बेज का उन्होंने अलग अलग डस्टबिन बना दिए हैं. When the cleaning person comes and you put only one garbage which contains wet garbage and dry garbage, she will not accept it. So the wet garbage mostly they are using for making compost, and wherever they make compost, it's an open area, and they try to cover it. Because once you cover it, only then fermentation will take quickly. They put some bacteria, some molds like that also. And you have seen that हम लोग पूजा के बाद जो हार फूल वगैरह होते हैं तो हम लोग पॉन्ड में डाल देते हैं. लेकिन अभी क्या है, वो पॉन्ड में उन्होंने मना किया है, बड़े बड़े वो रखे रहते हैं, उसमें हम डालते हैं. तो उसमें क्या करते हैं, हार फूल वगैरह जो ट्रक लेके जाते हैं तो उससे भी वो लोग कंपोस्ट कराते हैं. And these are harmless. Is far better than your chemical fertilizers or chemical spray and all. So it's better if we use this compost made from our home garbage or from like that. And that has got a very good effects.
And
That
it
is there.
creates gas also for वो एक कैंटीन है टाटा इंस्टीट्यूट में. They run the this thing canteen on that composted this thing, gas out of that biogas.
Yes, some exhaust they would have used it.
No, they are making gases for burning.
They are making gases from our gobar gas plant like that.
Yeah,
Yes. So that's why different R&D is going on to use substitute of these pollution sources.
In villages, they have prepared chulhas by this way.
Yes. Nice. Okay, thank you.
See, when
सक्सेना
हाँ,
साहब,
बोलिए सर.
एक क्वेश्चन था, ये आजकल ये रिवर यमुना में फोम वाटर आने का बहुत वो है, बहुत ज्यादा फूक है क्या एक्चुअली What is
ये
that
एक्चुअली
pollution?
सर एफ्लुएंट्स हैं जो इंडस्ट्री से आते हैं और वो उसके अंदर आने के बाद लोग
नहीं,
कुछ
सडनली
भी
क्यों बढ़ गए? अभी
जी?
दिवाली के बाद में क्यों बढ़ गए? यमुना में इतना फोम होने लगा
नहीं,
है।
दिवाली के बाद because of the actually there is a ban of these pataka crackers and everything, but you would have seen in all these states they used to use crackers during Diwali, and what are remains of these things are there, they dump in the Yamuna Nadi or from where it is coming, and these contain potassium, nitrate and so many other things. So because of that some leather formation is there. इंडस्ट्रीज भी खुल गई हैं, लेकिन दिवाली से पहले इसलिए बढ़ गया क्योंकि उसके अंदर वो जो सम सर्वे एक्टिव प्रॉपर्टीज जो है ना वो पानी की बढ़ जाती है, उससे वो झाग आने शुरू होते हैं, तो उसकी वजह से दिवाली से पहले एकदम से प्रॉब्लम यहाँ पर आ गई। तो एक्चुअली पटाखे वगैरह तो यहाँ पर अभी इतने हैं। साउथ में मैं क्या था, जिस दिन छोटी दिवाली होती है आपको सबको पता होगा, नरकासुर, उस दिन मॉर्निंग 4 o'clock एक नरकासुर का वो बनाते थे और उसपे उन्होंने क्रैकर्स इतने 4 बजे से 6 बजे तक बजाते थे कि आप बिल्कुल तंग आ जाएंगे, और नरकासुर को वो खूब पीटते थे, बाद में जला भी देते थे। That I understand, but now I think there also they would stop, here also they will stop, but on Diwali they use some crackers, some children and all.
But ये यमुना का ये वो नहीं है।
लेकिन यमुना का एफ्लुएंट जो है ना, दिस ऑल मोस्टली आई थिंक because of the industries,
Industrial waste.
industrial waste, but just before Diwali, because most of the industries are open after Corona, just before Diwali, and slowly it is getting dumped into the water. And it started on Chhat Puja, lot of this thing there, and these are all politics. One state is blaming other state, other state is blaming other, like that it is going on. So that is the politics only that I don't know, but definitely lot of frauds and everything we have seen in the TV. Lot of frauds are coming.
अच्छा, दूसरा क्वेश्चन था, इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल आने से मच ऑफ द पोल्यूशन विल गो अवे। तो अभी लेकिन इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल आ क्यों नहीं रहा है? व्हाट आर द इश्यूज?
सर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की शॉर्टेज है, फर्स्ट थिंग, though it is very costly, it will be very costly. Now I'll come after that. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की शॉर्टेज है बिकॉज कोल की शॉर्टेज हो गई है। हमारा अर्थ प्लेनेट में कोल है, मिनरल्स हैं, हाउ लॉन्ग यू विल जस्ट गोइंग कोल की से भी क्या इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की शॉर्टेज हो गई है, अभी तो आ रही है, ऐसा नहीं है। और इलेक्ट्रिसिटी आने से अगर ये व्हीकल्स वगैरह सब बना देंगे तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की और मुश्किल हो जाएगी, इसलिए शायद नहीं आ रही है अभी। मर्सिडीज बेंज और एक दूसरी कंपनी है
टेस्ला।
मैं क्या पूछ रहा था,
एक्सेप्ट किया है,
देखिए अभी
सोलर एनर्जी यूज करेंगे बाय द 40, बट आई टोयोटा एक्सेप्टेड इट, इजंट इट?
नहीं सक्सेना जी, मेरा क्वेश्चन एक थोड़ा सा अलग था, दैट अगर आप यूएसए वगैरह में देखेंगे, दैट टेस्ला वगैरह काफी प्रोग्रेस किया है एंड दे आर गेटिंग लॉट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड। नाउ हमारे यहाँ पे इतने कार मैन्युफैक्चरर्स हैं, अब सोचिए टाटा है, महिंद्रा है, काफी लोग हैं मतलब, बट व्हाई नोबडी they should have thought over 1 decade before to start the electric vehicle. You know, टाटा नैनो के बगैर में अगर टाटा नैनो इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल बनाता तो काफी अच्छा होता शायद। तो ये लोग क्यों नहीं सोचते हैं? My point is that, you know, I've been asking this question to industrial groups also in CII and ASSOCHAM, that why now after Nitin Gadkari started talking about this thing, now people are talking about electric vehicles. लेकिन 20 साल पहले टाटास, बिरलास, महिंद्रास, ये सब लोग आपके व्हीकल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में है। Why they did not think about electric vehicle at all? क्यों नहीं सोचा? सोचते तो इंडिया का आज हालत ये नहीं होता।
सर मैं
मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कॉस्ट बहुत ज्यादा है उनकी गाड़ी की।
सर एक्चुअली क्या है, टोटल प्रोडक्शन 40% रह गया, बिकॉज प्रोडक्शन का जो है ना, व्हीकल प्रोडक्शन अभी कार का स्पेशली, उसमें एक चिप लगता है, वो चिप यूएस में भी मैन्युफैक्चर अभी नहीं हो रहे हैं, बहुत कम हो रहा है, इसकी वजह से टोटल प्रोडक्शन कार का बंद है, तो इलेक्ट्रिक कार अभी नहीं बना पाएंगे। वो कोई चिप लगता है,
नहीं,
उसकी
वो जो-
बहुत ज्यादा कमी हो गई है।
नहीं, लेकिन
क्योंकि वहाँ
नितिन गडकरी
special-
दूसरा चीज बोल रहे हैं, नितिन गडकरी बोल रहे हैं कि 2023 तक, that is hardly 1 year or 2 year to go, he says 40% of the cars will be electric vehicle. फिर ये गलत बोल रहे हैं वो बोल रहे हैं 30 to 40% of the vehicles in India will be electric vehicles by 2022 or 2023. कैसे बोलते हैं तब वो? अगर आप बोलते हैं चिप नहीं बन रहा है तो कैसे बोल रहे हैं?
सर अभी
Sir,
इलेक्ट्रिक काफी पॉपुलर हो रहे हैं।
It takes some time to shift from one technology to other technology. पहले पेट्रोल और डीजल था, पेट्रोल डीजल के बाद जब ये सीएनजी आई तो अभी देखिए सीएनजी की डिमांड इतनी बढ़ गई है, तो उन्होंने सीएनजी बनानी शुरू करी है और सीएनजी की कार की वेटिंग लिस्ट इस समय 6-7 महीने है। तो अभी क्या है, अभी स्लोली मुझे लगता है डीजल और पेट्रोल खत्म भी हो जाएगा तो सीएनजी स्टार्ट हो जाएगा। सीएनजी के बाद इलेक्ट्रिक कार्स भी आएंगी, लेकिन इलेक्ट्रिक कार्स के लिए what you said that some chip or some sensor is required, which we have to import, I think, and it is a shortage in US also. So that's why it is taking time. But Gadkari says you would have found out. Patroji कुछ कह, Patroji आप
Yeah, actually the electric cars are very popular now. My daughter has
Lakshmi Babu, आप
recently
कुछ कहना
purchased
चाहेंगे?
one. Hello.
इंटरनेट प्रॉब्लम है क्या?
नहीं अभी आ रही आवाज आ रही।
ट्रैकिंग
You can hear me?
या
Yes.
बोलिए we can hear you.
Yes, बोलिए।
The main issue at the moment is not more than the manufacturing. The infrastructure of the charging stations is still very limited, because my daughter recently purchased the Nexon EV, and it is a beautiful vehicle, and the cost of running it is hardly 2 rupees per kilometer. But the problem is for a long distance there are not enough charging stations. The charging stations are coming up. I think once the infrastructure is there, EVs, electric vehicles, will become more popular.
And it will be costly also, I think.
सर सेम गुप्ता जी का तो क्वेश्चन था 20 years बैक क्यों नहीं आया। यहाँ पे जितने व्हीकल मैन्युफैक्चरर, कार मैन्युफैक्चरर है, उसका अपना कोई R&D नहीं है, कोई थिंकिंग नहीं है। They borrowed the technology, whatever is followed in the foreign country, they borrowed the technology and manufacturing here. Now, the foreign countries are going to manufacture this electrical vehicle. Now, India has also started it. This is my view.
I agree to some extent. That is right. That we have never got our own new technology thinking. We are mainly dependent upon the borrowed technology. That's right. Because I know a lot of young people who are trying to do a lot of work in the electrical vehicle technology, even in the city of Bombay and Pune. But ho nahi raha hai. Matlab, I am saying it is not succeeding for some reason or the other. On the other hand, the minister says that we will do that thing, we will do this thing, we will do that thing. You know, 2 साल के अंदर में सब vehicle electric vehicle हो जाएंगे, 5 साल के अंदर में Euro 4 emissions का सब compliant vehicle हो जाएंगे। ये सब ड्रीम दिखाने वाली बात लग रही है। You know, actually the reality on the ground is something different. If
But
you look at
our NMC, they are running buses, electrical buses.
yeah, see, I mean, say we should move somewhere.
Huh.
See, if you're talking about, we
Yeah.
should start with electrical buses.
The main problem in running electric vehicles is the production of the batteries, required batteries. The battery technology is not developed in India. Right now, it is very primitive. I mean, even the electric vehicles that are developed in India, they carry very huge batteries compared to the imported ones. I think we have a long way to go in developing this technology and then having our own electric vehicle technology.
Dr. Gopalpate agree that how can the government say that we will have all vehicles electric vehicles?
That
ऐसे
is-
बोलते हैं।
Yeah.
How do they say? I am only talking about that. We know our technology is primitive. We know we have a miles to go. we know that it's very, very difficult for us to migrate to the electrical vehicle. But when you hear the government representatives, they say by 2023, 30% of the vehicle will be electrical vehicle. If you go to 2030, 50% vehicle will be electrical vehicle. How do we believe such government statements? My point was only that. And Modi sir is telling that we don't have any technology. We are depending on the borrowed technology. Then why do we see, for example, now we have told, Bharat Saxena sir, we have told in the recent conference, COP conference ke andar mein, that by 2070, India will become a carbon
Free.
nil emission country. That means the production of the carbon and the reduction of the carbon, they will become equal in amount. Do you think it's possible?
We can just hope for the best.
सर इलेक्शन नजदीक आ रहा है
ये क्या है अभी 20
सॉरी
2050 ने
सर, गवर्नमेंट कुछ भी बोलती है, गवर्नमेंट के पास बिलीव नहीं होता है, इलेक्शन है या कुछ भी उनका मैनिफेस्टो है, दिस इज गवर्नमेंट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, गवर्नमेंट तो कुछ भी बोलेगा
नहीं, लेकिन COP में तो इंडिया मेंबर नहीं है ना, there are many members. They all of this view that we should go for solar energy, and within 10 to 15 years, the coal consumption should be zero for the purpose of electricity. Every electricity will be produced by solar energy. Just like that. It's not India. So all the countries, they agree to it.
हमारे इंडिया में तो अभी 0.1% ऑफ एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस बाय सोलर एनर्जी.
It's a global problem.
अभी कहाँ 100% जाएंगे?
Pardon?
Our total production of the solar energy today is not more than 1% of the total energy. I don't think it is more than 1%. 60 to 70% is coal energy. बाकी जो है वो आपका nuclear energy या water energy है. Solar energy could be hardly 1 to 2%. Now, how to go from 1 to 2% to 100%?
but they say they are number 2 in solar energy production.
No, this is a debatable point. I think I need to do a research and come back. I don't think we will be number 2 in the world.
They say, sir, they say we are number 2 in solar energy.
It's all gimmicks.
Actually, the cost of electrical vehicle is so much high in India. That's no problem.
सर मैन्युफैक्चर कॉस्ट बहुत ज्यादा है. अभी टेस्ला का एक गाड़ी वहां लेते हैं तो उसका कॉस्ट है अराउंड $56,000, यानी इंडिया का 42 लाख. तो वो परवडेगा नहीं अपने को.
इलेक्ट्रिक कार बहुत महंगी है.
Even CNG car also slightly costlier than the normal car. 1-2 lakh रुपए ज्यादा है हर एक का. More than that.
Not the CNG car, petrol and diesel car are the 1.5 lakh difference. CNG is more.
Any other question? Anybody would like to say anything? कोई कुछ बोलेंगे?
आनंद सर ने बहुत अच्छा नॉलेज दिया, बहुत अच्छा शेयरिंग किया. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
बहुत बढ़िया सक्सेना.
Thank you, Anand ji. Very nice. Very interesting.
So maximum we can do, we can protect ourselves to minimum exposure to pollution, and we cannot stop it completely. That is it. So wish you all the best, and wish you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I cannot say pollution free life. It is not possible, but minimum pollution should be there in your life.
मेरा एक सजेशन है कि जब हम किसी को गिफ्ट दें तो एक प्लांट, स्नेक प्लांट या इन 4-5 में से कोई एक प्लांट गिफ्ट करें, जिससे कि हर एक के घर में प्लांट पहुंचे इंस्टेड ऑफ गिफ्ट. We can make it a point.